Right, hello and welcome to Theme Park Euphoria. Now, first of all, sorry for being inactive since New Year's Eve. I did say in that video that I was going to go on a bit of a hiatus, mainly because of, with it being closed time of the year and the parks aren't usually open, there's pretty much nowhere to get to. And I did say I was going to go on a hiatus also because there are a lot of things in my real life that I've had to take care of. Biggest one being a lot of mental health issues I've been battling, mainly involving Universal Credit, because of the lack of help and support I have been receiving from them. Because if you're a small business owner, they'll just leave you in the dark. But I won't comment any more on that. The other reason why I said I was going to go on hiatus is because there's so many other things going on, especially with the Fair Ride channel and a few other channels that I manage, that I've had to take care of in that field as well. And there's not really been any videos I've had in mind for this channel because I don't really want to do everything that everyone else is doing. Now, the reason I'm making this video is to talk about some information that come into light recently that seems to lead to a bit of confusion. And I wanted to get this video as quick as I can out there just to clear a few things up. And that is regarding the Retro Squad and a particular ride that is returning for the 2022 season. So first of all, the Retro Squad last year proved to be quite a big hit. And it definitely proved that the park really needed flat rides after not having any for quite a few years, actually. The other thing that really helped, it did also help spread the crowd out a bit more, leading to fewer ride times and shorter ride times for other rides in the park as well, which was a good thing, really. This time around, the Retro Squad are coming back for the 2022 season. Now, this comes from a statement, well, which is more of a reply than anything, on Twitter, stating this. I'll recommend you pause the video so you can read it, but it did state that Funk and Fly and Roller Disco were making a return, apart from one which was Mixtape, which was the Jumper Jumper Sartori Roto Techno, which was hired to the park by its owner, Freddie Jr. and David Stokes. Now, there hasn't been any confirmation if anything will be filling the void of Jumper Jumper at Alton Towers for this year, but there have been talks about Extreme Orbiter in a group chat that I'm in, but I will clear that up on a future video if something like that does come into light. Now, regarding Roller Disco, there was talk that John Collins, who owns the Waltzer that was there, wanted to travel with the ride. However, instead, he has decided to renew the contract for the 2022 season, which I thought was weird because I was hoping that they would put a full hill machine in the park instead, because it would definitely guarantee riders better spins, given the fact that they're actually not allowed Waltzer walkers on the loop spinning platforms at the park due to health and safety executive reasons. But the other thing about that is, I'm probably going to give that ride a miss if I do, though, because I'm not going to guarantee some good spins on it with the lack of Waltzer walkers and the fact that no one's allowed to walk the platform. I should probably point that out. Yeah, I am a bit gutted that they didn't go ahead and replace it with a full hill machine, because I think there are a couple that could fill the void. But I am a bit disappointed as well that John Collins isn't travelling with the Waltzer for this year, because I do really want to see that machine on the travelling circuit. Now, this video is mainly focusing, I just want to get to what this video is actually focusing about, and that is Funk and Fly. So Funk and Fly last year was a PWS Super Trooper and was the third machine built by the company and was hired out to the park by its owner David Irvin. Now, despite the claims that Funk and Fly will be returning, however, that particular machine will not be returning to the park for the 2022 season, and instead it's back with its owner David, and he's going to start travelling with the ride, likelihood being within the surrounding areas of London, but I do hope he gets about outside of the area, maybe during the back-end fairs in September and October. So with that being said, so the ride that's actually going in is going to be the fourth machine built by PWS, so it's going to be a totally different machine. Will still be a PWS Super Trooper, but will have some key differences in terms of the colouring and the colour of the chassis tread as well. So this is the machine that will be going into the park, which we have actually seen at Exeter Winter Wonderland, being operated by Perrin Stevens' team, who owns PWS Rides, which is a Windsor-based company. And originally this machine was supposed to be built for James Dancer, but because he was the prototype Super Trooper from summer 2019 to the spring of 2020, he was having a few issues with the Super Trooper. He didn't feel comfortable taking his own on board, so he ended up cancelling his order. And when the ride was finished, when the fourth machine, I should point out, was finished, which is the purple one, it has been previously hired to Henry Studd and was later hired out to Charles Cole. So Henry had it in the summer and Charles Cole had it for the autumn season. Now at Exeter Winter Wonderland, it wasn't on loan to anybody. It was actually opened up by PWS rides themselves and was being operated by members of the PWS team at Exeter Winter Wonderland. So because the rider hasn't actually got an owner technically, so PWS are actually putting this machine in the park. So here it is being situated in the park. So it hasn't received the Funk and Fly re-theme, but it should soon come when the park does open and when that area of the park does open for the 2022 season. Now the main reason why I'm pointing all of this out is because of the amount of confusion it led to, people believing that it was the same machine that just had a repaint. For example, some of the comments here led to people believing that it was the same machine that was here last year and it was David Irvin's technically. So basically, yeah, it's not the same machine that was at the park last year. It's going to be a totally different machine. So the same model, same type will feel pretty much no different than the previous machine, but it will just be a different build. So the third one went in 2021, which is David Irvin's, and this year will be the fourth Super Trooper going in. So that's all I've pretty much touched up on the Super Trooper. Now one thing I do want to mention before I end this video is the replacement ride for Mixtape. At the moment nothing has been confirmed and we haven't seen any information coming to light of exactly what is going to fill the void, or if anything is going to fill the void. But if that does happen, I will make another video about that and explain all the information regarding that. So in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and until then, see you later.